It's about time to get this tree collard from inside, and I want to plant it outside. So let's do that journey. First step is going to be getting it out of here. Now you can see here we got it out, and that is a pretty big root system, but we got to free it from this, so let's go ahead and do that. Now you can see there, we got a plant and we got a pot. Now since I previously used this pot to grow something, I want to break everything up, so enter my little tool over there. Now the main reason we wanted to use that tool is to break up any root systems that were still left in there. You see we got a couple, we got some dead roots, we got some greenery, but we want to get everything out. So this is the part where I'm going to go through, scoop everything out, and just try to break everything up, get the soil nice and loose, and try to make it as good as possible for this plant. I am transferring it from a hydroponic system into soil, so I want to make sure this is some good soil to put the tree collard into. So now it's time for me to refresh my soil. This is some of my favorite slow release plant food that I've been using for the last 4 years. I like to put this in pretty much every bed that I have because I want to always have a consistent flow of nutrients. I want to get in there with my tool, mix everything up, and this is also my last opportunity to check for any more roots, any more dead stuff, anything that I want to pull out of there. This is the perfect time for me to do that, and as you can see, we definitely got some more. There's still going to be some left, but you want to get as much as you can. Now I'm just going to get in there straight with my hands and dig this hole because I also want to check the consistency of my soil. And of course, we want to get a cup of our compost to help replant this thing. I'm going to add a cup of my compost down at the bottom of the hole where I'm going to plant this tree collard. And I also want to add some more of the slow release plant food right where the roots are going to be. And then I'm just going to plant the tree collard. I want to get the roots a little further in there. I want to make sure that the soil is loose, the compost, the garden tone, everything is in there right at the root system so it can help with a little bit of transplant shock. I'm going to press down. I'm going to make sure that this thing is stable. It's going to stay in place, and hopefully I've done enough to make this plant happy so that it can acclimate to its new home. And since we have some rain coming, I'm going to put some more slow release plant food on the top layer. Once again, I like using slow release plant food because there's always going to be a steady stream of nutrients going straight down to that root system. And since this was grown in a hydroponic system, that's pretty much what it's used to, getting its food on a pretty regular schedule. So that's the kind of environment I want to create here. And now for the most important step is watering. I want to concentrate most of my watering as close to the base of this plant. I want to give it a nice soak to get it acclimated to its new environment. Now this is just the first round of watering. As stated before, there's some rain coming, which is the main reason I wanted to plant this thing today. Get it outside, get it used to the sun, get it used to this environment, a little bit of a breeze. But watering is going to be so important in these first few days to get it used to being in soil and not growing inside of a whole water system. And my final step, I want to make sure that I can keep this plant upright. So I'm going to put one of my little sticks here and loosely zip tie it just to make sure it stays up in the direction that I want it in. I can easily cut this off later, and as it gets taller, I can add more, but this is just a step I like to take. And now we have our freshly planted big blue tree collard. See you next time.